anything wrong in going into the taxpayer's pocket and taking away the money. What do you expect the regular man to do? When them go into a company to work, the only thing them are going there with a mindset for say, boy, me are going there for hustle. In the police force, you are going there for hustle. And that them do. And it is so wrong, and we need to stop it. We need to stop it, man. And
this 1 million
people don't vote out this government. God,
this $1 million where they say they want out of traffic. You know how much money it will cost the people in order for him to get that $1 million there? We have to pay the police them first.
Listen to me, no man. Me see it has circulate on the internet where a policeman write up a man a ticket. And if you see the reason where the man write the ticket for, me say me have to shake my head. The man was seen like aggressively licking the head of a bottle with his tongue. And what? I mean, say, I want the blouse and skirt of one in Jamaica. It's like we lose. It's like we lose with mine. So that is how the man look at JUTC.
Where my ex-police friend, what I know? Where my ex-police friend, where I'm having say about that?
I put the description from the ticket in a brethren.
My friend, I'm a good listener. I'm listening to the activists.
No, man.
You need to agree and disagree too, you know. You can't just listen so you know. When you attack with disagree and agree.
I'm the only activist. I'm an activist, you know.
I'm listening to the activists.
Baron, look what is happening in JUTC.
Baron,
JUTC is operating at 1/3.
Yes, for real, I would like that.
Yet still, the government taxpayers is still paying 100% salaries at JUTC. They are still paying for 100% fuel at JUTC, where JUTC is only operating at 1/3%.
Since you touch that, my sister, the question of my life is asked because me one news now week where they in charge two of the JUTC driver.
Yeah.
They extract back gas from the bus them, see?
And I sell them back.
All right, the gas are going to the bus, pay for by taxpayer money, don't?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so since they find out to the man, they stole the gas on the bus and then charge them fee. See? Don't you feel say that money now when they charge them now should have go back in the taxpayer money?
Of course. A taxpayer's money.
Okay.
No, taxpayer, no, but a tax, you don't charge them, it go back to the quarter taxpayer money.
It now go back in the taxpayer money.
Who will get it?
Cosmo, let me tell you something. You see, whenever you, all right, you see, all right, and you can do research for this, see? You see, whenever you commit a crime, like you commit a crime against me, and the court, and they arrest you, you see the charge, you see the fine when they fine you, who the money go to?
You go back to your government.
So who the offense commit against?
Hold on.
Now the consolidated.
You go back to your consolidated fund, man. Go back
I am saying to you, when hold on, man, when a case between me and you now, Zane.
Yeah.
You're different. That's a different thing.
Yeah, no, but here
me I say to you, you see a case
like carry that money then now. Carry that money.
No man, all of that I got here happen there. Alright, say for instance, me have a dispute, right? And me clout you across your head with something.
Yeah.
Right? And you go to court.
Yeah.
And the judge find me guilty of badly armed, right? And they say them a charge of $500,000. The court or something. The court will order me to pay your medical fee.
No, we're talking about two different things, you know. See, you see, in a case like that,
Everton, Jeffrey, don't fuck yourself and leave me alone.
As something what me tell you, what me have first and after, see? And a cross case you have somebody, see? And you commit.
And so what?
See? And you go to court. And the police lock you up and you go to court. And then you're the person that go to court, see? And then charge you. And then say, all right, pay 50,000 or you do 12 years, you do 12 years in a prison. Who that money go to?
The judge, the court, but you know, you have to understand there's two different courts. You have a criminal court and you have a civil court, right? So So me offended you and you report it to the police, it will become a criminal matter. Right? The way all the system set up is that you have to rectify a criminal matter first before you can go on to a civil matter. Right? So
But you
if
can't, but Cosmo, you still can't. You cute. Say me, you have a dispute and you do me some wrong. It's not. It might not be a criminal matter, but I can go to the civil court and sue you to recover damages.
no, but hold on.
So
Hold
suppose
on.
you drive. Suppose you drive and lick down my fence.
Right. Hold on.
That
Yes.
is a civil matter. It's not
Yes.
a criminal matter.
Yeah, but in the case where Emma talk about, it is a criminal matter
That's
first.
criminal matter, man. That will go to the
No, man.
back to the consolidated.
It goes right. So when we go to court, right, and the judge found that I'm guilty, and the judge ordered that I pay $500,000. That money $500 go to the consolidated fund. But what it gives you? Hold on before you talk. What it gives you the guilty verdict that I get. It gives you the opportunity to know to go take a civil matter out on me now. And that's where you will get paid from.
Yes.
Because the fact that I am found guilty of it, it simply means that it go through the civil system easier.
No, I want to hear from him where that money goes. According to him they have a different idea.
No, he
So let
was
him
saying
say.
that because he was saying because,
No, man, let him talk. No talk for him.
no,
Let him
tell you,
talk.
brother, he was saying that because the problem.
No, I don't want to hear from you. I want to hear
Brother,
from the
brother,
man himself.
All right, it's police. If I try to bring up sin, all right, you see how the justice system are running now, then them only want crime for done then because them are get paid out of crime. That may try to bring across.
Because crime is, of course, in everywhere you take it. Because remember, you have politicians who have a something the house, who have a morgue. So when the people them dead, so when you go to the hospital, the care is not even up to date because it guess what? It is more profitable for you to die to them.
So when I try to say to you, say, me not try to build up one case, you say, I mean if you get the money, you know. But when I try to say to you, say, then they really want crime to be done, because whenever there is a crime commit, then the government go benefit from it. That's some
Government archers all benefit because archers are do the autopsy them say more benefit.
Thank you.
More benefit.
And the dead house what the politician own right there. So the
archers man, the councillor from in the Ministry of Health constituency, man. Oh, you feel about maintenance.
exactly. And this is what they do in every sector.
Every sector.
That they touch.
All right.
This is what they do.
Importation. Look on the farming. People who are import things in the country for food, you know. Then the people are in a farm, you know, man, we have hardware, car mart, import tomato, onion, Irish.
Right.
How can a man who don't know nothing about farming import in the country? Farm products.
And even so, it's not that we don't have onions and tomato. How can you import tomato from America, cabbage from America, when we have so much of these things down there? But remember who get the contract or who is importing whatever from Canada? It is Mr.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Isn't that so it going now? We must try and get things right.
All right, so let's hear how it goes.
Tell me
how it goes.
It's just like the other day, the government import heist, and a lot of people are dumped on the government. They import heist.
No, so tell us about the importation of tomato.
Then Baran,
Tell us about the importation of tomato. Why the farmers
recycle water
tomato?
Because the ice, you know, a recycle water that from Florida.
My God, my friend.
Yeah.
My friend.
Yes.
If you are living in Jamaica, right?
Of course, I'm not outside like you.
Exactly. And you see what happened over the past couple of months with the weather, hurricane, burial, and all of that.
And what?
Baran.
You know that it almost wipe out we.
But that never happened before.
Sometimes by talking, I listen to some of you, it makes me sick.
Make me hear what I say.
No, but me want to interject an argument to Baran. You see Grenada, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, an island called Caracou, they suffered more damage than Jamaica. In burial. And you know what last year for those three countries when we name Baran, their economy grew by 3%. Jamaica never get half of them damage, and we never grow 1%. So that is no excuse, Baran.
All right. You see, you guys only conveniently make comparison when it suits you.
So tell us about the importation of ice and tomato.
Why?
Tell us about that.
Okay.
Why about the ice?
When it come on to the ice, right? There was the factory that make the ice. It has a major breakdown.
The fire, yes, we know.
It has a major breakdown. So the government say, okay, for now, you can import ice because it was during the Christmas season, when you know when a lot of ice was in demand, because it's a holiday season. And the government give them the permission to import ice during that time.
But the ice factory...
And some people have a problem with it. Come on now.
Have a problem with it because the ice factory in Maypen, when they did an interview, the man bring how much ice and whatever into Kingston and had to return it to Maypen.
So there's no escape there.
To Maypen. So that doesn't make any sense.
There's no escape there.
Because why import ice when you have an ice factory in Maypen who was to return so much ice?
For them now benefit.
Exactly.
But you know what the government could have done? The government could have put out all a grant out there and get some man to do.
But me don't know where them talk about ice.
Start the ice making.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. That's why they imported.
Baran,
and it wasn't for all time. It was just on a temporary basis.
Baran, a 6 months license issue from last year.
Of course, okay. It got for 6 months. Okay, after that 6 months, it's not gonna be renewed.
With their March, and the license still are bringing in.
I know that. I know that because the factory will be up and running. It will be up and running. You can trust this government when they talk. You can trust this Prime Minister when
All
they
right.
speak.
Bye-bye. Goodbye, Mr. Baran.
Baran, yeah.
You all don't.
Baran.
Goodbye,
Sure.
Mr. Baran. Never take it down.
No, maybe not take him down.
We hear him.
It's okay. You can take me down as much as you like, but the truth will stand. The truth will forever stand.
No, man, don't take him down, man. No, man. I read the way I read. Don't take him down, man.
Yeah, not take him down. Baran, what do you mean you can trust this government? How can you trust a person who promised you that our citizens will live, we sleep with our doors open, and up until today, they have to be grilling. That's number one. How can you
You
trust
don't
a
see-
government that says we will build how many thousand houses and whatever? Up to today, they have built less than 200 houses. How can you trust a government who don't come out with his statutory deduction, who statutory deduction has not been verified by the Integrity Commission or wherever? How can you trust somebody like that? Tell me.
Okay,
If you have
okay.
a wife,
Look at crime.
constantly lying to you. You're telling me
Look
this
at
girl
crime.
that gullible?
Mr. Baron always assess on something because
Mr. Baron?
the burial.
You
burial-
can take me down as much as you like.
But
Take me
not
down
here,
now if
because
you like.
burial-
But one thing I can
never
tell you
affect the
all,
whole of Jamaica.
you can take me
We
down a
don't take
million
this much
times, but
as
the
not the
truth
point.
will stand.
I'm asking you a question, Mr. Baron. How can you trust somebody like that? Somebody who constantly doing you wrong. You must be Jesus. You're very you're more
Yeah,
than forgiving.
Mr. Baron, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Baron,
Okay.
Mr. Baron, those people with the premise that go, hold on, no. Those people with the premise that go 2 weeks ago, I run the pipe and make people and see water come out of the pipe, and then after him leave, then take up the pipe. It was a scam.
Yes.
What are you not telling people? I say now.
Is
Let me
that
see
honest?
something.
Hello? Let go, some man. A propaganda. PNP propaganda.
No, sir. No, sir.
That's PNP propaganda.
If you take it down now.
And as I said before, you can take me down as much as you like, but the
The ear
truth will
Cosmo did
stand.
attacking, I mean, I believe Cosmo, and me as a Cosmo stop. Cosmo stop.
Take me down as much as you like, but the truth will stand.
No.
Make him stay.
No.
Yeah,
But
don't take him down.
oh, he might go say,
Don't take
he might
him
take
down.
up for
This is all with
he might
him.
take up for the government right through. And he not speaking the truth because
Yeah, we just
burial it affect the whole of Jamaica. How many parishes in a Jamaica burial affect? The whole of Jamaica.
And up till now, the people who are
That's
affected
them have to
more
take
badly.
eyes from foreign.
Hey, hold on.
Like the whole country.
Hold on. The people in the Clarendon, you know, we affect the rurals, you know. And the government take them out of shelter, you know. They come out of shelter last week. And the government take them out of shelter, you know. A private people.
all right. Baron Olivia.
He might take up for everything when I say yeah, but
How often Baron come to
Yes,
Jamaica?
Because you are biased.
me not biased, but
Because you are biased.
Baron,
why
how
me?
often
All right.
The government has done nothing good. A pure bad move.
No,
Baron,
it's
what me I
not.
say?
He did something
How
good.
often
Come off, yeah.
You come and talk about the Prime Minister's statutory declaration.
Yes, let's
You're talking about the Prime Minister's statutory declaration.
yeah, let's talk about it. What about it?
Me are taking down.
No, man, you shouldn't take him down.
Take him down.
No,
No,
because
Mr.
we were talking about it before you guys come on. I
Mm-hmm.
bring it up back. But I know like we are tell say they never did transparent.
Let me tell you.
Eh? So when gone back to this about.
But him not certified, all right. I don't him bring up in, but him still a try defend you, and him still not certified up to this point. So what you do? I try to declare the man is a thief.
They're not transparent. They're not transparent. And even with the Ellis 6 or 7, they're not transparent. I know we don't know nothing. We not see nothing.
And
We not see nothing.
even though they're coming up with
them are idiots.
them, even though they're coming up with this FinSac thing, where's the full report?
All right.
Yeah, because if FinSac was so bad,
We can't bother with them. We can't bother with them. Me and talk to them. Me not take a
$2
side.
billion what they spend for FinSac, and the report not come out fully.
Listen me. If you watch the JLP strategy, not that time with the come with full report about
They're coming out with so much lies. Then come
even the SSL. Even the
And every
SSL
time
now.
he come on pan the live, in the pan the live, and all him had was short. Like female big and everybody, and like him a put him point across. That means
But Mr.
he want it loud and clear. That's everybody I hear when I say like when I say.
Make it talk. Every time it
but
talks.
so them stay. But Miss Bever, so them stay now. You see, because them not have no substance for back up what them I say. It's like them get a script. And you see once.
And they don't have no gloves to it.
Yes. So that's what them do. Them just shout.
And we have something to contradict what they're saying. It make an issue and then switch. And
Yes.
from one live to the next live.
Yes, and that them
Take
do.
him down, you should have make we beat him. Fire.
And them,
Well,
and
see,
them
there's no one thing
disrespect
back.
us. Yeah, man,
Let
make
me
him
say
come
more
back,
come
man.
back.
Sister Bev,
Yeah.
Hi, how are you? How are you on the live? Okay, I have listened to Fabulous 50, and I like how she projects herself. I think she listened to the same programs that I listen to. I am here in Florida, and I want to help back home. You know what I did? I get two children from out of the home, and I care for them. Okay? These are little ideas that we can do to help back home. Yeah,
Yes.
my thing is that I am looking now to find somebody who I can give like 6 small nebulizers, right? Because these children when they have asthma and go to the outpatient,
Yeah.
they suffer. So if
Yes.
you can have these little portable
I think,
nebulizer, huh?
excuse me, Pamela, as you're saying, I don't think you should contribute it to any hospital, the
No,
clinic.
no, 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 no,
Maybe
no.
Yes.
the clinic,
Yes.
the local
No,
parent.
no.
True.
It's like what ISAT is doing, right? You can know because he lives in Portland, so he
Yes.
knows the issues in Portland. So
Yes.
he would
Yes.
know a child that would need a nebulizer. You take them to the
Yes.
doctor and they prescribe the medicine, but they have their own nebulizer where
Yes.
the mom sees something going
Oh,
on.
like that. Because I was saying that most of the local, even somebody was on my live the other day
Mhm.
talking about, for instance, even in Cedar Valley, you don't
Yes.
have a functionable in Cedar Valley St. Thomas. You don't
Mhm.
have a functionable clinic there. They have to go all the way back miles down to Trinityville. And these are
Right.
the things that we are talking about, and the PMP labor right them,
But
they're not reflecting on the issues.
when my party comes in, when marketing
Thank
becomes
you.
prime minister, these are the things that we're going to do to lift him up and lift
Yes.
up the lives of all the less fortunate people. These are the things that
Yes.
we have to do. We have to come together as one because we
Yes.
care
Of
about.
course.
You know what? One of the things that I find very, very disgusting is that when you have someone in the hospital, you have a particular time that you visit, and sometimes you go there and the doctor is still on ward. You can't go in. You can't get to go to your patient, your loved one, to go assist to help them be them. They're not allowing you. And I think that they should have this policy, this open policy, where relatives can come in and assist with the care of their patients.
That
Right?
is a good idea.
Yes, give us a chance to come in and take care, give them the little water that they need, talk to them. When
Yes.
I am here and when my patient is in the hospital, I just go to the front desk and take my picture and everything. And I can
Yeah.
go and sit
And
beside
they
my
allow
patient
you.
all
Yes.
day. Why we can't do that and ease it off of the nurse, if there's a pressure off the nurse?
Yes.
No, these are the little things that take a lot. You just
But
take the injection of certain little things that we
but
can help each other with.
That
So
is so
me
true.
well want the PNP come because me I go home. Me I go home for good
Exactly.
and me I go
Exactly.
home because me a American citizen and me a Jamaican citizen. So me can go and come home. And
Yes,
and
I am telling you.
and you
comrade,
know the
you
funny
see,
thing and which they need to look into when you are taking care of these children. I have them for 4 years. I got one visit from Social Security, and we are trying to adopt these children, and they are not for adoption. I think that they are getting X amount of money in there, and they don't want to adopt children because the more them have
Yeah.
them into these homes, is the more money them get. But they're not giving
Yeah.
none.
And they're not taking care of them properly.
And they're not take one of them
They're
that
not
I
taking care of them.
one of them that I have is autistic, and I'm telling you, if you know the challenge, but I would let her go for I wouldn't let her go for anything because in my mind, if a child like that is in a home, she would be abused.
Of course.
Yeah, so
Of course.
these are the little things that we can help. We can help the government. We can help them. So me not listen to the labor right there when not no sense.
Let me say something, man. Let me tell you something. You see, to all me here, them people that defend the government. And me do construction, see? And me know what it takes. Me do everything in construction. So me know what it takes to start and be completed. Me know what it takes to refurbish one building to get it back up and running, see? This Prime Minister, sitting Prime Minister now, when I me talk to directly, see? Him and his wife in a housing. So obviously they have a lot to do with construction, see? You have a hospital like the hospital of Montego Bay, see? Shut down for 9 years. I want to have so much people all about in every corner of Jamaica and build up all soon. Yeah. And if you care so much about Jamaica then and you say you want the hospital to up and run back and you don't want that fear fall for your name, then it not take you nothing to take up the responsibility and yourself and say, listen me, we are going to pull 150 person from the work site here and contribute some work towards the hospital and pay them people and push through a certain amount of work to get the hospital work. Nothing wrong with that.
But
because
that's not beneficial. That's not profitable. Because remember, you have to look at a person who goes into power to help the people. You have to differentiate that person from a person who goes into power to fool them crowd.
Personal benefit.
So when
exactly.
You suggest bread, you know it doesn't help Papa John.
Yeah, how it gonna help your friend? Because remember, you have all of these people, and whatever. So they're not going to do that. I remember when when COVID and I reached out to the principal of the all age school. I know he's from my community and he's a laborite. You know what he said to me? Regarding the iPad for the kids, he said to me, yes, he will take the initial 5 or 3 that I was sending down there. And this is how the government is doing it. And this is how he's going to do it. So he will find like 3 kids to give, or 5 kids to give those iPads to. And then when, let's say these kids would have been in grade 4, when these kids matriculate into grade 5, then the iPads would have been taken from these kids and given to 3 different kids and whatever. And I said, no, Master. I said, no. I said, that's not my intention. That's not how I want. I said, when I give a child an iPad, I want this child to have the iPad until they finish school and do whatever. So what I did, I bypassed him. Because there's a teacher who lives in my community and I reach out to her and I send the iPads directly to her. And I said to her, this is how I want the iPads to be distributed. I don't want the iPads to be taken back because we're not taking back people. When we give somebody something, we're going to give them because exactly. So I said to her, this is how I want it to work. You're going to give a child 5 children in your classroom. And these iPads will remain with these kids until they finish school. And that is what she did. And she took pictures and she had the mother call me and all of that and everything. And she took pictures and sent to me. So when you're thinking of, helping a child with the nebulizer or whatever, do not give it to these governments or do not give it to these, find somebody in particular and let your intentions be known that this is how you want it. Because guess what? Those nebulizers might end up into their household or into the wrong hands.
With Shaggy and the money, and for the little money, and like I feed them.
Exactly. So when you do things, you do it intentional because we know the corrupt government and a lot of these corrupt people who we are dealing with.
Right now, I have like
in society.
I have a big oxygen machine under my bed in Jamaica. I don't know what to do with it.
You can reach out to the homes,
people out there would want
mustard seed or places like those.
Where mustard seed?
Mustard seed.
Doctors in our party.
Yes, and the outside.
Yes.
I can't reach out to Dr. Dawes and tell him that happened.
Yes, I am telling you. I remember I was working in Sacramento. And let me tell you something. I was working at one of these care homes. The lady gave me over because when people died and everything, and I reached out to the ministry and I tried and whatever, because I said this would be so nice to send them to Jamaica and all of that. But guess what? There was no provision. I would have to pay for the shipping to send, because we work into these healthcare facilities, and there are times there's a lot of stuff that you can get.
So
I send a whole lot of
I work in a complex, and sometimes I go near the dumpster, new brand chairs. I found
yes,
and you know what I did? I just take them up, and I ship them.
Yes.
$20 to ship them. And when I took it to the same school where my girl that I have going, when I gave it to the teacher, she said, Miss, you said, Pamela, you would know how much it is because they have children in it, can't move around. So I just bought
exactly.
So these, I'm saying, these are the little humanitarian things that we can do over here. Instead of speaking to the labor right then, we don't have no sense.
Yes.
Right, when
I'm telling you.
So we can.
Not all of them.
We can't tell you can never search right now on a labor platform or any conversation like this. Never. We can't
Nothing. No.
We are not telling you.
A lot of times.
Dieted, man. They not talk
in my younger days, I was a volunteer for Jamal. I used to, and you would be surprised how many people take them taxi after that.
Yes.
Okay. Scatter. I want to scatter. Scatter, you want to say something?
Yeah, I was just
Scatter. And Gary.
I heard
Gary
Pamela saying some valuable things, and it was interesting. Yeah. And
yes, man. We can do things to help back home.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
To better the
help
country.
People, somebody keeping a little round robin. We can even send a little to buy something.
Talking about the round robin fabulous.
Yes.
The round robin is
Exactly.
And them a fight.
I'm telling you, right now, I have a
set up. Not even dead yard you can't have now. You have to have permit.
Exactly.
What can go so?
You have to have permit.
Exactly.
So you have to have permit. Batman, you're not gonna make them do it.
$15,000. What's the permit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have to have
about 7,500 for permits when they go to KFS.
For permit.
For permits to keep a fish fry or a round robin or them dead yard and all of that.
Well,
you have to use permit now.
Well, and that I don't really disagree with it, because I see Mayor Swaby doing some wonderful things. I see how Papine Market looking right now, how it's cleaned up and paint up, and the bathroom is going to be tile and all of that. And I've seen pictures of downtown Kingston, like in the market. So when you pay taxes, because I live in California, I think California resident pays the most taxes out of all 50 states in America, because everything is taxes.
North Carolina.
Listen to me, girl. When I buy a little package on Fashion Nova, when it comes, it has about 5 lines of different taxes on it. But the thing is, I am a resident, and if I am seeing where my tax money is working,
are the tariff something then when the
No. You have California taxes for this. If you buy a laptop, you have to pay 3 different taxes. Plus, you have to pay a tax if you're going to dispose. Yes, plus you have to also pay a tax. Yeah, the whole heap of taxes. If you buy a laptop, a computer, a printer, you have to pay a taxes. So let's say for disposal of maybe the old one or your whatever. So there's a tax for that. There is so many taxes. I don't have a problem with it.
As long as
if I see where, as long as I see where and that's why I'm saying I don't have a problem for people paying whatever money to KCC, because I've seen where Mayor Swaby has been doing some good work down there, and this is where you don't have a problem when your tax money is being used in the right places for the right things.
Look, when Mark talk about the entertainment industry, and some people are talking crap about it. You know how much money we can. When the miss come sometime, I sit down and watch some full African movie with the on the market.
Hey,
look here, we have hey, the street people them. What we have down there, the TikTokers, what we have down there.
Listen, man.
Better things on that, and we can sell it.
We have talent. We have so much talent in Jamaica. But guess what? When our people do not have vision, what happens? Our government don't have no vision, so we have to perish.
That's why me make business. I mean, not top PNP, not top them business, because everything they start in TV and start implementing.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You have an entertainment zone in Kingston or Spanish Town, where that's the area where all the parties are held. Entertainers or promoters will have to pay taxes, because as it is right now, a lot of them don't pay. They're making a lot of money. You know, it is more secure and more people can go there and all of that. Government collecting from that. You understand? And exactly, you have one in St. Anne, you have one in Montego Bay, because who keep robbing like country people? And little parties and fish fries and things like that and all of that, you know? So you have to organize the thing. You have to structure it in a way so that both the citizens and the government benefit.
So
you know, liberate. No man, a peanut brain them not have the head space.
You know what
came
up in my thought? You know that Ancart industry is a big industry. They make a lot of money down there, you know.
You remember?
Yeah, and if I I did have a brother with down there in our market, you know. And if him have about 10 Ancart and hire them out, you know. Right?
Listen to me now.
The little man down there can get a loan. The little loan with market you talk about. Pick a bill 2 Ancart. That is improvement on his life.
Listen to me now. And you get the thing organized.
You get it organized.
And everything. Yes. Because may I tell you, Jamaican people, we're natural hustlers. We know how to make money. We just need the opportunity.
We're tired of being and teaching about them and not learn. We just come from we talk about ideas, how to make the country better.
Exactly.
They're already
time. Waste of time.
Dons. I'm telling you, they are dons.
Agent for them, you know. Agent for them.
If you realize, Byron get so much chance, you know. I know, you know, Byron doesn't say nothing to say. He doesn't say one thing to say.
They have nothing to say.
Me and talk to him and he can't counteract it.
Yes, because
customers attack him and he can't come up with no facts.
And he still not have nothing to contribute to the platform. Like,
have nothing to contribute. Exactly.
All right, if you come and say you're the American, you say you contribute something back to Jamaica. Say, all right, you know, say, boy, that's a good idea. No, not like that for him. And if you say nothing, come on, no, man.
Yeah, as Cosmo that say, I run him out of the force, run with America.
Cosmo so about long time, you know. Cosmo so long time.
It just hurt me when I hear them talk like that. Even though the facts is in front of you. What do you have against rent to war? The people the rich people them are buying NHD and I rent them to you.
And I rent them to you for $150,000 for a little 2-bedroom in Portmore.
You understand?
Yeah.
But see, like you can pay the 150 amount and you just pay that and pay up 3 years and
I know that is yours.
That is yours.
And you know that you have something. Yes.
If that get a chance to come to a best thing ever happened to people.
Listen to me.
The best
may I tell you, say, are the best thing.
It's going to happen. And if it comes to happen.
They are against everything.
You know what is going to happen? Marky G say all of these things. And you see, we who on TikTok, we are going to hold him accountable.
Thank you.
For all of these things that he said. Because same like how we have beat the labor right then, we are going to beat him same way. So then take it like them are going to paradise. No.
You know, say, as some like people talk fear.
We are going to beat him same way because it is for.
I always say that thing on this level. I always say when the PNP then coming up, why not feel like say we now go in there now we are
going to lift them to just go on. We're going to remind them of the promises them with them.
We have to hold them accountable.
Jamaica is at a different a turning point right now. You know, Jamaica need action. You know, we don't need a
yes.
Today's politics.
Action we want. You know, because the things are just fed up. You know.
Hello, Jump have a website there. You know, you know about the Jump website.
Yes, I know about Jump.
You know about it. People to be. We need to teach people about the Jump website. Because we are going to hold,
of course, we hold all of them accountable.
Yes, we have to hold them accountable. And if they make us a promise and they see that that promise is not feasible within the time frame, they need to come out to a press conference and tell us. And you know, I like what I see happening right now, just like the misinformation with Miss Dunn's Minister of Finance in Parliament the other day. And then the next day, the opposition, they came out with a press release to talk about the real facts of what she, you know, and the misinformation and all of that. And that is what we're talking about. Because even in our household, we know that New Year's come and we make New Year's resolutions every year. But sometimes everybody make a resolution, say, boy, me go lose some weight or me go whatever, me go eat better or whatever. But guess what? We know sometimes it not really happen. So you understand, and it's no different from the government. It's just that the government is in a bigger scope. So if the government come out and say to us, say, boy, you know we did promise you say this and that and whatever, but it doesn't look feasible until the next 5 months or the next 6 months, people will appreciate the honesty and the openness of the government. Yes. But these labor rights, all they do, they just cut down everything. I see Paul Patmore in Trelawney. He saw a need where he realized that the girls in the schools were going to schools without having sanitary napkins. He saw that, and he started a sanitary napkin drive down in the school. And you know what? The laborer them start to curse him and tell him, say, he must give it to his wife and whatever. As a man, you realize that the girls and whatever. And I'm saying,
and it is expensive
over here, and it is expensive. And look over in America here, you can go into Costco and buy a whole case with 100 and 200. But it's because I live so damn far over here in California. If I was in Florida, I would pack a barrel with sanitary napkins and stuff like that and send it down there. Yeah.
I just followed you. So we need to get in touch because you and I are thinking in the same line.
Yes.
So
I am telling you.
And this is what we like, Sister Bev platform. This is a platform of solution. We have a government of solution. We're back with government with our simple solution.
Exactly. So things like these we can do.
Yes.
You see,
so Pamela, you're up in Florida. We can work together where I can send you money and you can pack a box of sanitary napkins and whatever and send it down to Patmore so that he can get it in the schools.
I am 20 minutes from Fort Lauderdale Airport, and I am just a few minutes from the shipping place. I just call them and they come pick up my things.
Exactly.
Right?
There's so many things, so many little things that we can do, because some people would look at it and say pads, and people cannot afford pads. One pack of Always is for over $1,000.
Look, man, there's so much we can do. We can lives for people better.
Or any other little things you can find
for hygiene. Stuff like that.
Yeah, send something to our school. You send a couple of pens, right? Like that, and make up the box. You understand me?
And we make up. Them have a C square box, which is a big box. Make them here to
Now you're gonna
Yeah.
get somebody where you know where you can send it to,
Of
and
yes.
they can distribute it.
Yeah,
From
yes.
you contact straight to Padmore him online. You can talk to him
Brethren,
straight and make him give you.
brethren.
Yeah.
Patmore, I'm a brethren. When me go December, when me go down the other day, Patmore down my yard. Me and Patmore a friend. Let me tell you, when my father died, and me could not afford the something. Patmore give me, bury my father and whatever and work out payment plan give me in 2006, 2005 when me live in Jamaica. Me know Patmore, me a Patmore a brethren. When Patmore go home with me, I go Edwin Allen.
You can call him and
Me
dial
put more
him.
number in my phone.
And
Me
make
put
him
more
know
number
say,
in my phone.
when I plan to do something for the girls them, whatever. And
Yeah, man.
We
the
need
less
to
I
party
said
people.
it.
drive going. We need to have that drive going.
Yeah, man,
Yes, we need to have that.
Let me tell you, man, little things like this, it takes to build back Jamaica. Little
Little
those
things
farm
Yes.
groups,
like this.
farm
Yes.
groups, that's how it
Yes,
takes.
everybody take
Yes,
up,
to put back the dignity in our people,
Yeah.
the dignity in
Oh,
our
look here
children.
now. You touched me a while ago. You
lot of
touched me.
Jamaicans.
Seriously, you touched me with every words a while ago. And I can tell you this. And I keep on saying it. The
But
labor
look here,
right is
Star.
not for the younger nation and it's not for
No.
Jamaica and whole. You understand?
No.
But Jamaica has learned.
But you
Jamaica
find a
has
lot of
learned.
people sponsor.
You understand?
Do
But
a
what
lot
you
of
said
sponsor
about the
Yes.
young
abroad,
teenagers, we
Star.
need something like that. We need some help for
Yes.
them, really and truly. For we have
Yes.
lost our
You know,
grassroots. We have
we have
lost our
lost
vision
our grassroots.
underneath this,
Yes.
underneath this
Underneath
administration.
this government. Yes. Because
Seriously.
can you imagine? Can you
But
imagine in
look here,
2025 a child going to
A lot of
school?
people sponsor people. You know how many people go all of Africa and all go
I
sponsor
know.
other people?
Because look,
And them
and
one
you know
people
something
need help.
too.
And
A
many,
whole
many
lot.
people.
And you know what we can what we can also do and package from here to Pamela.
Right.
You know, I remember when my daughter used to go to Lanamans, there's always a health class there. And what happened was that before my daughter even started seeing her period, in her bag, there was a little there was a little case in her bag with
Sanitary
pads,
bag.
a little sanitary. We could do little sanitary bags from here, package them from here, and send them so that when a child is at that age or you know the period come on them in school and whatever, they know what to do.
Yes.
And they don't get embarrassed and all of that. So we
That
can
is
do
what
a little
we
thing
need
like
to do.
that.
That is what they
Yes.
need to do.
Yeah, man, true.
And bring back the self-respect to our little girls and our little boys and all of that in school because we have lost it. We have lost it.
But we're looking at the girls. We know we cover the girls. What are we going to look at the boys? Remember, we have to
We have to look at our boys.
And here
Yes.
now, how you can help the boys within the school. What can you do?
That is the thing because
Let me tell you something, man. The
Yes.
school lost something when you come on to male students where you need to bring back. You see, they used to have like cadet class, somebody
Yes.
interact, something like that with the
Boy
boys. Them.
Scout.
Boys
Yes.
school. The school need back that. Because I write this nation I break down for me now, right now the school, you know.
Oh yes, right in the school.
Right now school.
Right
You
in
know,
the
everybody
school.
will guide them now way, teach them,
No.
try keep them in line. You understand me? You need stuff like that.
We don't have that teacher like Miss Simit or Miss Chambers who when she look at you, you have to run.
Yeah, you
Even on
move
a
up.
Saturday and Sunday when you see your teacher on the road, the respect that is there and all of these things. We
I
don't
know.
have a lot of those kind of teachers
All right.
anymore.
I know in PJ's time, he used to have a program, a mentorship program. He used to go to the workplace because I was a mentor too. And he would bring these at-risk children within this, like you'd rent a big in a big auditorium, and you bring these children in, and the persons who want to be mentorship, the mentorship form was there, you fill it out, and then you meet, and the child chose you. You know, they see you, they like you, they want to, and you take up that you mentor that child. That was thrown out in the JLP government, right? You understand? So these things need to come back. We need to start the
Yes.
program. You understand?
Yes. The
So,
big brother program,
The
big
Big
sister
Brother
program,
program.
and
Yeah.
all of these kind of things. Yeah.
Let us
Our
stop.
children are losing their ways.
Let us stop trying to be here and try to teach a dunce labor right them to understand.
Because them can't learn.
Because they not learn when they come from there with their foolishness and that type
They
of
will
foolishness.
never learn.
You throw them out and make people who want to come in to the fold with real solutions.
Yes, we have to help out our government.
Market J alone can't.
You see the thing when I get from this here now, you see if we can get the kids them and to lean towards building back the nation and stay away from
crime.
Yeah, from crime, because if you get them now, if you say boy lead them to this party or that party, then me not think that good for the nation.
No.
Just get them
We just get them, yes, get them to be nation builder. Yes.
Yes.
That we need.
So
that we need.
Yes, so no, we can come up with our ideas, you know, as may I say, I was listening to somebody at one point and them say, at least Rattigan say the members of the community supposed to write them own, we call it the own thing there and give it to the member of parliament. This is what I want to be done in my community.
This is what, I agree.
This is what I want to be done. And have it done, and you put them on board to do what you want.
Yes. And you create leaders within the communities.
Right.
You create leaders and all of that. Because remember, the MP will never know everybody within the community. You need to have pockets of groups within the community.
Yes.
You know, people who
Sister,
yes.
Sister, if you realize and pay attention, you know, this is exactly what the JLP party are trying to get you right now. Because remember, you know, back then, you know, well, we not support of crime people, see? But when you have like a couple of dads in some community, you know, there's no way a MP or a council could have go in and just do what them feel to do. They must these people. Then most of the dads them know they look out for everybody in the community. They politicize with PNP and Labour, right? So they might try to get rid of them when they can go in and then reach the people them where they feel to reach, give who them feel to give, because they don't have the body where they go through. So that's why they do. Because I always say, me and James always talk and me say, you see the thing about it? Yes, we know somebody and them bad, but first time you was a good on and if a man grab your bag, you have somebody you can go to. And you get back your bag. No, you not have them. The police
but I think the dons were different.
That is so very
the dons were
Leo.
different.
Leo,
because
a chain was stolen from me.
Yeah.
A chain was stolen from me downtown, you know, Leo. Back then, you know. And I tell you that somebody introduced me to a specific short man. And I go to that short man and tell him that my chain was missing at X time. And he said to me, where you from? And I tell him where I'm from. And he said to me, say, give me 10 minutes. And before the 10 minutes, my chain was back in my hand. I'm telling you that before the 10 minutes. So you look at that. Yes, man.
Yeah.
So we need to find leaders in our community with that influence. So to instill the positive things in there. You understand? Get them to go learn a skill. Gather them wherever the skill program is. Send them go there. And you know, there's another thing that I heard this member to be a parliament to be in Western Portland. When she said she wanted to start a college of a
Yeah,
because
man.
I say, a woman like you, you're the real Portia Simpson, Lucretia Miller. You, real woman, me not joke. You laugh, don't laugh, man, don't laugh.
Yeah, me a
Don't
good
laugh.
man. She good man.
We see with me a old
Yeah,
man. Me a old man, me soon 70. And let me tell you something. What we come down here and see, people not feel live so. People not feel live so. You understand me? You have people in the East Portland here, them not take the pipe water, a rain water for them house. One woman up there, so I must say 40 at the blue jump shop around our house. Rain water. When you look on the road, them down here, the road them, Jesus, we're sorry for some of the vehicle them. Huh?
Mighty God.
What do you, man? Look, we tell you the corruption. A lot of us want to come home. A lot of us want to come home. What we are going to come home to? This is a corruption, yeah? This is a corruption we are going to come home to. If corruption did not go on last week, cut it off this week. We are the garbage from last week come down this week for. And different thing, man. We can't understand go on, sir.
Them fix one look a piece of road I go to Center Mass and brag say the road. Well, the road reason. That's what it is. I look a rainfall and the whole of the road. Try